Venerable sirs, very good morning to you all. Head of the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, Senior Professor Guru Dhammananda, Host Coordinator, Senior Professor Rajith Karusinghe, and all other senior members of the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, and dear students. Take this opportunity in order to give you a brief talk about the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies and also the different types of courses that are available in our department. Of course, as you are aware, University of Kelaniya is a state university in Sri Lanka. Of course, it has its origin in the historic Vidya Lanka Pirugana. Already you know this one. Especially the motto of our university is self-purification by insight. So this gives a lot of meaning to especially students how they should study, how they should pursue their studies, so on and so forth. So when we speak of the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, I would like to say that it is one of the oldest departments in the Faculty of Humanities, and also it has outstanding reputation, national and international, because you know that we have produced a lot of foreign students, international students who are experts and well versed in Pali and Buddhist studies. So that is why we have a special international reputation. And also, I would like to say that we have contributed much to the promotion of Pali and Buddhist studies. Of course, whereas the department is concerned, we have four streams of studies. That means Pali, Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist culture, and Buddhist psychology. Of course, give me a few minutes just me to share my screen. Yes. Well, so we will see that we have culture and Buddhist psychology. So all these are conducted by well-educated, well-qualified staff of teachers in the department. And you know that we offer diploma and higher diploma in Pali and Buddhist studies. And also we have Bachelor of Arts degrees and also Masters in Buddhist Psychology. So that is why we have Well, sorry for the interruption. So, whereas the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies concerned, of course, we have four disciplines of the studies. One is Pali language, then we have Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist culture, and Buddhist psychology. And whereas Pali language is concerned, you know that it is one of the most important classical languages that we have to enhance the knowledge of Buddhist teachings, just as Sanskrit, Pali, Chinese, and Tibetan languages. So, whereas this Pali language is concerned, of course, you know that we can enhance our knowledge, the different new aspects of Buddhist teachings as well. Of course, you know that commentaries, sub-commentaries, chronicles, manuals, treatises, and Abhidhamma manuals. So, of course, these are very important for us to enhance our knowledge in the field of Buddhist studies. Therefore, your diploma course is concerned. Of course, it is arranged in a way to enhance your knowledge in the field of Pali language, and also the other discipline is Buddhist philosophy. Of course, you know that Buddhist philosophy is another one of the important subjects conducted by the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. Of course, it can enhance your knowledge about the early Buddhist teachings and also the various philosophical schools of Buddhist thought. Anyway, of course, philosophy, you will be able to get to know early Buddhist philosophy, medieval Buddhist philosophy, modern Buddhist philosophy, and also postmodern Buddhist philosophy as well. Just let me give you a brief introduction to the different aspects of Buddhist philosophy. You know that all Buddhist teachings are concerned, so they have their own view of the phenomenal world. For instance, course, this diploma course is arranged in that way. Course, you know that in early Buddhist teachings, the five aggregates, three characteristics, dependent origination, doctrine of karma, four noble truths, and noble eightfold path, and also rebecoming, origin of society, various philosophical trends, and also Indian philosophical background, so on and so forth. Of course, at the diploma level, you will have a very so that is the foundational knowledge that we are going to give you. Then, of course, whereas medieval Buddhist philosophy is concerned, you know that you can have, if you are to enter the knowledge of the origin of various schools of Buddhist thought and also interpretation of various early Buddhist concepts, various philosophical trends, and also controversies that existed among various Further, of course, you can enhance your knowledge in Mahayana and Vajrayana Buddhist thought, and also their aspect to various countries, so on and so forth. Then, whereas modern Buddhist philosophy is concerned, of course, you know that modern Buddhist philosophy as the Buddhist theory of society and individual, Buddhist political, economic, environmental thought, and further phenomenology, ethics, ontology, epistemology, so on and so forth. Therefore, you can enhance your knowledge in these different aspects of Buddhist philosophy as well when you go further in your studies after the completion of your diploma and higher diploma course. Then the postmodern Buddhist philosophy is also very important because you know that Buddhist view of social justice and also social justice movements. Further, You know that Buddhism has its own explanation, interpretation, and view about peace, human rights, and also oneness of mankind, so on and so forth. And further, meditation and its applicability to deal with mental issues. So, when we study the postmodern Buddhist teachings or Buddhist philosophy, of course, we can have this sort of knowledge. So, therefore, then you have to be very proud and happy to enter into these courses to follow Pali and Buddhist studies in the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. Then, of course, I would like to draw your attention to Buddhist culture. Let me try whether I can share my screen here. No, it is disabled. Anyway, Buddhist culture is concerned. Of course, it is another important discipline conducted by the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. Here, when you are study Buddhist culture, especially we know that early Buddhist teachings influenced the origin of Buddhist culture. When Buddhism spread to different countries, of course, the Buddhist teachings influenced so the origin of Buddhist culture in those countries like China, Japan, Burma, South Asian countries, so on and so forth. Therefore, basically based on this foundation, you can study the origin of Buddhist art and architecture in different countries, Buddhist ethics and moral principles, then further various Buddhist practices and their therapeutic and social significance, Buddhist music and Buddhist cuisine we have. Then we have Buddhist archaeology, we have Buddhist education, we have Buddhist tourism, and further, of course, you know that Buddhist culture always promotes self-sufficient, self-consistent, and self-sustaining society. So therefore, when you follow this course of the streams, you can have a sound expertise knowledge of Buddhist culture. Really, it covers all the aspects of Buddhist culture when you study our courses. Then, of course, when we speak of Buddhist culture, I would like to draw your attention to the two aspects of it. Basically, that is the goal and role of Buddhist culture, right? So there are two important terminologies are there. One is equality, other one is equity, right? One is equality, other one is equity. Equality signifies each individual or group of people is given the same resources or opportunities. You know that, of course, people come to society, or people who are living in society, they have different background, they have different financial foundations, they have different views. Therefore, really, each individual or group of people, when they are given same resources or opportunities, really, we know that those who do not have much, really, they cannot come to a same food. So that therefore, whereas Buddhist culture is concerned, it promotes not this equality, that means it is not the equality, it promotes equity. That means all the barriers that are there in society should be removed by Buddhist culture. So equity here signifies really it recognizes that each person comes from different background and different circumstances. Therefore, they are variegated. They are different. Therefore, barriers are to be removed. Therefore, those who are living in a Buddhist cultural society, no barriers. So everyone has equal opportunities. So therefore, if there are any causes of inequity, so they are removed. So in other words, you know that Whereas society is concerned, so lack of fairness or justice is seen today. But in Buddhist culture, a society where Buddhist culture is available, there won't be lack of fairness or justice. So this is the role and goal of Buddhist culture. So when you study Buddhist culture as an academic discipline in our department, so step by step you will be taken to this and you will understand the role and goal of Buddhist culture. So now, of course, let's move on to Buddhist psychology. This is another very important discipline conducted by the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. Of course, I would like to tell you that this is not a new discipline because in the world, many universities they have Buddhist psychology courses. For instance, Pune University in India, Indira Gandhi National Center for the Art in India, and University of Toronto New College, Canada. Then Oxford University, UK, because they have Oxford Mindfulness Center, and also Sophia College of Counseling, Perth, Melbourne. Then Naropa University, USA, and Santiago University, Santiago, California, USA, and University of the West, and also some of Sri Lankan universities, especially University of Kelaniya. So here, of course, if I could share my screen, it is good, but unfortunately, it is not allowed. You see that whereas this Buddhist psychology is concerned, so we have to understand that it is not defined in the sense of Western psychology. We have our own uh, psychology, our own approach to psychology, our own definition of psychology, and also our own contents of psychology, right? Anyway, we know that vast majority of the Buddha's teachings are recorded, and so they especially concerned with the sources of emotional suffering and their amelioration. So therefore, this is the very one of the foundations of Buddhist psychology. Then, of course, when we concern about the Buddhist psychology, two important aspects have to be understood, right? So there are religious elements and also the philosophical elements and also the psychological elements. So let me say again, there are religious elements, or it can be explained as the experience path. When we say religious Buddhism, it is it is related to experience path. But when we say experience near, it is can be verified, empirically tested, scientifically tested. Therefore, in Buddhist psychology, we speak of experience near, and from a religious aspect, we speak of Buddhist, we speak of uh, the far experience. So far experience is, it can be either religious or it can be either philosophical. So this demarcation, so this difference has to be well understood. Then we define Buddhist psychology as the a study of oneself, right? A study of oneself. That means the sense perception, cognitive process, the states of mind, and how the states of mind influence human behavior, and also the different therapeutic methods that are available in order to have, in order to correct our distorted immoral behaviors. So this is another aspect of Buddhism. psychology. Then mind-body relationship, states of mind, cognitive process, the impact of human behavior, so on and so forth. These are very important. I said that when we speak of Buddhist psychology, the self-knowledge, most of us do not have this one. We have this self-knowledge, of course, so many issues, psychological law, physical law, mental law, social law, whatever it is, you know that, of course, we can overcome them. So, really, Buddhist psychology teaches us to be to teaches us to be self-aware. So if we have this awareness in the present moment, then of course so many psychological issues could be overcome. So really, this is known as non thyself. So this is said Delphic dictum in Latin. That means know thyself. Attahi attano nato in part. So Buddhist psychology is in a way it is radical because it challenges our self-view and also our worldview. So therefore, it is radical and it is incomprehensible, whereas those pursue Buddhist teachings from a religious point of view, or in other words, those who want to have far experience. So what we want is near experience. Near experience is psychological because most of the things that are available in Buddhist teaching can be verified, tested, not logically but scientifically. Logically also can be tested, but you know that we have a sort of scientific approach. Then, whereas this goal of Buddhist psychology is concerned, let me say that, as I said, it focuses our attention toward the direct experience, not the far experience, then our different aspects and functions of consciousness, our self-awareness, mind and mental state, subjectivity of the individual, mental construction, mental proliferation, and also mental projection, so on and so forth. So this is what I have to say about insights of Buddhist psychology, especially some of the main points I would like to emphasize again here. Centrality of consciousness, that means the subjectivity, human experience is manifested through our six sense systems in our structure sort of cognitive process, and our experience is, we know that it is constructed and it is, in a way, it is changing in an incessant succession of events. So then experience near, as I said, which is psychological, and mental states and how they impact human behavior. So these are the most important things that I have to say about the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. I said Pali language and also its scope, then Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist culture and psychology, four disciplines. Of course, you have to remember that whereas the diploma course of Pali and Buddhist Studies is concerned, of course, you will give a very basic understanding knowledge. When you get to the diploma and the higher diploma, and they can then you can enter into degree courses. There, of course, you can have an advanced knowledge of Pali and Buddhist studies, as I explained in different disciplines. So then, as newcomers, I would like to remind you your responsibility and accountability. You know that as students, you are responsible for your studies, and also you are accountable for your studies. I will explain to you the difference between accountability and responsibility. Very simple. If you are given a task, so coming to attending the classes online lectures, of course, it is your responsibility. And what is accountability is that the results that are there, of course, you are accountable for that. So that is your own creation, that is your own making. So therefore, you are responsible and accountable for your study. And staff of teachers in the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies will give you the full support to enhance your knowledge in the different disciplines. Then, of course, whereas knowledge is concerned, of course, basically, you know that it can be divided into descriptive knowledge, procedural knowledge, tacit knowledge, implicit knowledge, so on and so forth. Here, I would like to draw your attention to about the descriptive side of knowledge. It signifies knowledge of facts. You know that basically when you study Buddhist teachings, of course, so many much knowledge is available, as I said, if it is Theravada Buddhist teachings in Pali language, in the early Buddhist discourses, and commentaries, sub-commentaries, manuals, treatises, and so on and so forth. So therefore, it is up to you with the guidance and the assistance of the teachers, your lecturer, to enhance your knowledge. So that is important aspect. Then again, another important aspect of our knowledge is the procedural knowledge, which signifies how to do something. So this cannot be taught by the teachers, so it is up to you. Teachers can instruct you, advise you, help you, but you have to know the know-how that is the procedural knowledge, right? The knowledge of how and especially how best you are going to do something to perform some task. So, in other words, knowing of yourself how you are going to do something. So, knowledge of mastery of what you have studied. So, it is your responsibility as well as accountability. Then again, just let me remind you this taught knowledge, what I said, this explicit knowledge, really, you know that knowledge is stored in the literature, whereas Buddhist teachings are concerned, what we find is knowledge is stored in the Buddhist literature. It may be Pali language, Sanskrit, Chinese, Tibetan, whatever. So this stored knowledge, really, how we are going to get this with the help of your teachers, your assistants, of course, you can get this knowledge. So it is stored, as I said, maybe in articles, maybe the modern studies are concerning researchers, research papers, research reports, so many things are there. So it is your responsibility to enhance your knowledge really in these different aspects of knowledge because ample literature is available. So this is what really I have to say on this inaugural session about the diploma in Pali and Buddhist studies. Just to remind you, your own experience is the most important thing, what we call tacit knowledge, right? But the experience that you get really is very important. So it is a very foundation, very thing that boosts, that enhance your knowledge and understand. So thereby you can have your skills and also can develop your leadership skills and also you can do so many things with the knowledge of Buddhist teachings from a modern and traditional perspective. So in conclusion, I would like to tell you that just I gave you a brief introduction to the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, especially four disciplines, and your diploma course, your diploma and higher diploma course. So you can start with a very simple approach, with a very simple foundation, thereby you can enhance your knowledge in Pali and Buddhist studies to a highest point. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thanks to the head of the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, course coordinator, and also the staff of teachers and also non-academic staff. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.